What's up, everybody? Couch Mills here, coming at you with a brand new Valorant video. And in this video, we got a breakdown chamber, in-depth gameplay breakdown, where we get to see all this footage that has never been before seen, and we get to basically show you how all the abilities work, and insight that we've never seen before. But special shout out to Dr. Freeze. His YouTube channel is going to be down below. Go check him out and subscribe. Most of this video and footage came from him, so definitely give him some love. But before we break all that down, many of you Valorant players love the hardcore nature of Valorant without the RNG of battle royales, and there's definitely another game just around the corner that every single one of you should try, and it's Halo Infinite. We're jumping headfirst into the game with the same breakdowns, news, and guides that you know and love on this channel, and I'm gonna be the primary content creator for the Halo Infinite channel as well. Don't worry, I'm still gonna be doing daily uploads for Valorant. I ain't going nowhere, but do me a favor and go check out that channel and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all the action coming soon. But let's jump right into the video. Now, starting right off, we need to look at his teleport ability. Now, notice he's going to be placing 2 cards on the map. Now, these are highly visible and way more breakable than Yoru's teleport ball or other breakables. So they're going to be very important to hide so you don't let enemies camp them potentially or just destroy them, both of which would be really bad. But there's actually a radius around each of the cards, or as long as you're standing in the circle, you get to teleport to the center of the other circle, so you have a little bit of area to play around. Now, you can't actually put these teleporters too far apart. You can't put them across the entire map. You see the bigger circle in this top left mini map that really shows the maximum distance they could be apart. So you're really going to use them to move around a site, not rotate completely off, but you definitely can put it in a much more defensive position, one aggressive, one defensive, and then you can rotate just by running away after the fact. So there's a lot of flexibility involved here. Now, I did want to show this clip as a great example of being able to use this teleport in post plant. Notice how he shows presence in one angle and then teleports to a hidden cubby in another and gets to challenge from that angle. This is going to be really interesting for potentially peeking enemies in that post plant scenario, and I do imagine that Chamber is going to be an absolute menace to play against in post plant and really powerful while he's in that scenario. Now, next up, we do got to talk about his alarm bot centric ability. Very similar to an alarm bot where you walk near it and it's going to go off on you. Now, it's a much larger circle, and this circle can cover a full choke, and it's going to slow enemies and slightly disorient them. Now, that slow means it's really similar to a freeze orb, so you can really use it to gum up choke points and prevent rushes, which is really cool. However, the added benefit to this is that it gives away free information, and you have 2 of them. So in a very similar way that you use trip wires or Killjoy's turret, you can guard flanks when you're on attack. You can use it to gather info about where enemies crossed, and when you really think about an ability that can slow enemies down like Sage's slow, but also has an added layer of information gathering, that just becomes incredibly powerful. And I really think that a lot of people saw this ability, or you'll see this ability and might think, hey, it's really not that good, but it actually is very good, and I think really important for the character, giving him a lot of flexibility on both attack and defense to stall the enemy or gather that extra bit of information. Now, moving on to the Sheriff. The Sheriff is really interesting. The Sheriff heavy weaponry pistol. It's like a Sheriff that has a scope. However, you have to pay per bullet, meaning you have to pay 100 credits per every single bullet, and how many bullets you buy is really going to be important. Now, you can effectively buy a 1 revolver full of ammo, those 6 shots, for 200 less than you would buy a full weapon, but you're not going to be able to reload, but you do get that scope. But I think the most important thing about this ability is on that first pistol round. Think about it. You can buy 4 shots and get light armor, and now you're a freaking menace. 125 health with a Sheriff weapon type weapon that has a scope on it. That's ridiculous, and you're going to be able to really leverage that in that pistol round to be almost unstoppable. And I really do think that this character is probably one of the best characters on that first pistol round, right up there with Reyna, which is just crazy to me. Now, next up, we do got to talk about his ultimate. His ultimate is going to take 7 ult points, and it's a sniper rifle that kills on contact according to the description. So I'm pretty sure that means that it will actually kill even with the foot shot. Not 100% sure, and I don't know its wall banging capabilities, but it's definitely very similar to an operator. However, you only get 5 shots, so you got to make each and every one of them count. You're not going to be able to reload. You're not going to be able to get more rounds throughout the course of the match, so it's really important to make each and every shot count. However, this is not going to carry over to other rounds, so it's really important for you to realize that once you activate it, you got to get your value that same round, and it's not going to be something that you can stack economy wise like an operator over the course of many rounds again and again. Now, all in all, Chamber looks freaking deadly. I mean, in the right hands, he can be a menace, but it does require a combination combination of really precise pistol skill, op skill, and just being a mechanical good player overall. Now, on that pistol round, I think that's where he's going to have some of the highest amounts of impact, and then he just has the huge potential to dominate rounds where on paper you really wouldn't dominate those rounds, right? You have a huge money disadvantage, you're on a save round, and just like with Jet Knives, this character might even take that to another level. And between his teleporter, using it as an out to make plays, to gather info, and he has the stall as well, I think this character really has the potential to just be a god in ranked. Now, it's unclear to me if this character is at the right power level or fits the right comp in the meta to see meta play, like pro play at the highest level, but I wouldn't be surprised if I do see that. And on top of that, just for ranked play, in a similar way that Jet and Reyna are some of the best characters you could be playing in ranked for individual impact, Chamber slots right next to them as maybe one of the best characters to solo climb with. I know a lot of you Sentinel players are like, what the fuck, all these duels are gonna lock my Chamber, but really, I mean, this character is nuts. It's awesome, looks fun to play, and I mean, yeah, I just love this character all around, and just that information gathering with the alarm bot type ability, I think that's just icing on the cake. That makes this character a really great supporting character as well, in addition to being able to make all these plays. All in all, great agent design, great agent. I love him. I want to know your opinion about him down below. Remember, do us a solid and go subscribe to the Halo Infinite channel. Halo's going to be very esports forward, so those of you who are really into competitive shooters that have really little RNG involved, just like Valorant, where things are very competitive, very fair, Halo Infinite is going to be your game, so you got to go check it out right now down below and smash that subscribe. But thank you so much for coming by. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you hydrate, and I'll see you next time.